Kevin, Paul Antunes, ESPN Brazil. With the way LeBron James been playing in the postseason, lots been said about him maybe even winning the MVP of the finals, even if his team loses. What's your perspective on that, on maybe a losing team having the MVP?
I really don't have one on that, actually. I'm sure LeBron would.
If you had a vote,
I'm sure LeBron wouldn't accept that. I mean, he's a winner. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he's a winner. I don't look at him as a guy that would be okay with that. But I just want to. I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that one.
Robert Littal, BSO. One of the things that we've seen in the playoffs are fans being a little bit more bold in how they're approaching players. You had a great game last night. You had a couple of Cavs fans that out by your hotel, heckling you. What do you say to those fans that have maybe been crossing the line and getting in the athlete's face and some of the language that they're using when they're talking to you?
I don't think it's crossing the line. I mean, because whoever's screaming and heckling at grown men, even after the game, I think that's just pure ignorance. So it's like that's just who they are at that point. So I get it.
When those guys at your hotel last night, you asked them what did they say. Is that something where you're just trying to say, hey, if you're going to say it to me, say it to my face, don't hide it, stuff like that?
No, I mean, I just kept hearing somebody say KD, and I didn't hear what they said after that. I just wanted to know what they said. I wasn't going to do nothing. I just wanted to hear what they were talking about.
Gary over here.
Kevin, Gary Walsh from Boston Globe. Kind of off topic. Just want to get your thoughts on the one and done rule. And
great time, man.
The second question is your workout with Portland when you were entering the draft apparently blew their minds, but they still took Odin. What do you recall about that workout with the Blazers?
I think the one and done rule should be done. I think you should give players more avenues to pursue their career as basketball players. If they want to leave school early and pursue a basketball career, why not? I think it's on them to make that decision. If it doesn't pan out, then that's on them. But if it does, I think it's great that you give them a couple outlets to do so. My workout with Portland was, I thought it could have been better when they were saying it was a great workout. I knew it wasn't as great as they were saying. But I figured at that point they knew who they were going to draft. They just wanted to just do the due diligence, I guess.
Tom, back left.
Tom Withers, AP. KD, you know LeBron as well as anyone. How driven do you think he is now to try to bring down this team you guys have put together? And do you think he'll go somewhere else to try to assemble a super team to bring down the Warriors?
I have no clue. I only know LeBron from just who he is. In our up-close personal relationship, we never talk about basketball, so I don't know.
Last two questions on the left side.
Kevin, Brad Botkin, CBS Sports. Steve talked last night about how decisive you were with the ball. Is that a conscious decision on your part going into the game, or is that more how they're defending you and the fact that Steph and Clay were both off by their standards?
I just know when I rush, I'm not as good as I want to be. If I take my time and be patient, I can dictate and control everything. So I'd rather control everything than be, reacting to someone else out there. So I just try to be as patient as I could, but still, be strong with the basketball.
Is that a tough balance to stay patient when you know that kind of the longer you do hold the ball, or anyone holds the ball for that matter, things do bog down? Is that a tough balance to be patient and decisive at the same time?
No, because when we throw the ball in the Draymond, we still move, we still cut. So I expect the same when I get the ball, and my teammates do that. So as long as I hold the ball, if everybody keeps moving, if I don't find nothing, then I can go to work.
Melissa, last question.
Melissa Rowland, Barrier News Group. LeBron was talking about how the challenge around the league is not only to find a group of guys as skilled as the Warriors, but as intelligent as the Warriors. Is intelligence kind of a less appreciated aspect in a locker room? And what's it like being in the Warriors locker room in terms of everybody's collective IQ?
I think as basketball players, we should all be offended if intelligence isn't the first thing you think about when you're looking at basketball players. I compare us to musicians. I compare us to artists, to architects, to surgeons. I compare us to the highest at any field because what we do is hard. We're one percenters in the world. So when you walk into any locker room in the NBA, I expect you to think that all of these guys are intelligent at what they do, and I think that's a underrated trait from somebody outside of the league, from outside of the locker rooms, because they don't realize how hard the game is, I think, sometimes. But, it's hard to find intelligence, character, unselfishness all at the same time. And that's rare in any profession, I think.